So we gotta switch back off because of my sound. So you may hear some noise in the atmosphere. But anyway, family destiny swapping. And I'm gonna give you this example. Like I said, I knew of this lady, and you talking about a beautiful young lady, dark skin, intelligent, very smart girl. But at the same time, the drugs interfere, right? So let me tell you how her family member destiny swapped with her. So it was this male in her family. She was very excited. She had this dream to go to college. She had this dream to become all that she dreamed of in herself to be, or whatever it was that the creator showed her that she was designed to be. But she needed to start with college with that, because some careers in America you cannot have unless you go to college. That's just the way it is. You can't. Some careers you don't have to go to college for, but some careers you do. So she was so happy, so excited about life. And she is the one who told me her story. Listen, guys, I couldn't even judge the girl. By the time she got through, there was no judgment here. There was no judgment. I fully understood her. I understood the pain. I understood what she was talking about. So one day I hadn't seen her in a while, and we were on the bus, and she began to talk to me. You know, people feel that they can share things with you because they know your heart. And she began to talk to me. She said, you know what? She said, I had an uncle, and she said this uncle was on drugs. And she said, and he used to do the drugs, right? She said, and he used to try to get me on drugs all the time. And instead of him trying to encourage me toward my destiny, he wanted to get me on drugs. She said, but I would tell him over and over and over, no, I got things to do. I want to be somebody, and I'm going to college, and I want to make something of myself. And, I want this and I want that. So she would tell him no, right? And he would insist, and he would insist, and he would insist. And this is what I mean by swapping a destiny. So what he did is, when he finally got her on the drug, she ended up going all the way down in her life. He ended up getting off the drug. And so when he got off the drug, he would make fun of her. You're so low. You're so this. What is wrong with you? You need to do something with your life. You understand? Kick these drugs, do something. Now, she never talked to him like that. This was her uncle. She loved him. But once he done that to her, now he felt proud that he stole her destiny. Do you understand that? Now pay attention. I know people say, well, he didn't fully steal it. She could have did this and did that. Everybody's life is not the same, baby. Some people can bounce back. Some people, for some reason, do not bounce back. Some people are killed. Some people are murdered. Some people are destroyed mentally and emotionally. There are a lot of things that happen to people. So sometimes people need to take their judgment caps off and just understand and be thankful that you're able to move on. Your story is not everybody else's story, right? So what ended up happening is that it came time for his son to go to college. Listen up, guys. So when his son went to the college, he got accepted into the NFL. So he's about to do something major. I mean, this guy went to college, finna live his best life, finna take care of his family. You know how they get up there and they get that richy rich, get that money? The dude becomes destroyed and ends up being killed. The father is destroyed. You know what she tells me? She said that was his payback for what he did to my life. She said he stole something from me, and now something was stolen from him because he stole my destiny and he mocked me. Now I want you to pay attention, guys. I couldn't do nothing but sit there. I couldn't judge her. Because there's one thing when you have different people. There's plenty of people who've been on drugs. Man, get this weed. Man, hit this pot. Man, hit this. But that doesn't mean that they intentionally wanted to destroy you. It just means everybody getting high, let's get high. But there are people who intentionally will give you a drug to destroy you. And that's what he intentionally done to her. And then after he done it to her, he would mock her and make fun of her. After he robbed her of going to college, of her opportunities and all of that. Then when it came time for his son To fulfill such a thing, he was murdered. And she said, good. And she had no emotion. And when I looked at her, I could not judge her. I could not judge her. There was nothing that I could do because I understood on the deep level of what she was talking about. There are plenty of people who have kicked drugs, but there are millions of more who've never been able to kick these drugs. They'll go from the drugs to the pills to the alcohol. It's something that happens to them spiritually where they've harmed them like that. And it's hard. That's why I don't judge it like that. The only time I get on a drug addict's butt is when a drug addict had a nurse to try to talk about me. And I'd be like, Snack a push, you done lost your mind. And like I'll go off on them or something. Because y'all know me. I'll go blow for blow, But other than that, as far as my life concerned, I don't have time to look down upon you because I understand the things that happen to you. There were plenty of people that was trying to get me on drugs, but just by the grace of God, I've never been into stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? It don't mean that I didn't falter in other places of my life. It just means that that wasn't it. You understand what I'm saying? And so what people fail to realize when we talk about destiny swapping, it's not like somebody goes abracadabra, I'm in a closet, I'm calling up juju beans, and now I know what your destiny is and I can steal it. It's not all that weird stuff. It could be simple as someone lying to you and you don't know who you are and they stole it from you. You had a great idea. It could have been something that was implanted in you and they convinced you. It's people that'll lie to you about the Lord. They'll say things like that God wants something better for you that doesn't belong to you. God got something better for you. And if you believe them, you will let go of that thing. And then you will be over here for years seeking this so-called better thing that God has for you that you never attain. And then people end up going to a graveyard and never attaining what they thought that better was. They were just listening to everybody else's testimonies, which half these testimonies are false. People lie to you a lot. They appear to be things that they are not. How many people appear to be blessed and they're in total debt? But they are front like they got everything. So remember, it comes as high as corporate America. When you look at people in corporate America, how they spend their lives taking an idea from a seed form, and they spend 10 and 20 years building that thing, and then a board comes in and removes them for the very thing that they built. That's a form of swapping. Now that you've gotten it to run like we want it to run, now we got the intel, now we got the information, now we got the money. We don't have to put up with all that hard work. Now all we got to do is keep the machine running. We get you off of it. We become the CEOs. That's a form of it too. So people, it could go that deep, that high, that low, that whatever, but it comes in 101 plus many more ways. So as long as you understand that those things are real, then you will understand what people are talking about when they say destiny swapping. So they give you a life that was not designed to you, and they took something from you that did not belong to them. They swapped it out. Okay? And unbeknownst to a lot of people in this earth, how many people started out writing books, writing this, writing that, or they had great ideas, and the world told them, well, your idea was just boring. It was just boring. And you say, you know what? You're right. It was just boring. And you throw the idea. Next thing you know, they done took the idea. They done went and propagated off of it and made them some good money. Again, swapping out. Y'all, it comes in many different forms. It doesn't mean they stole your entire life. It just means that they understand how to tap into you and steal things from you. Things that belong to you, a part of who you are, your destiny. That's what we mean by destiny. So destiny is everything you are, everything you designed to be, everything you designed to achieve in this life, and the things that you, some things you will achieve in your own willful, what they call humanity way. You know, little what you call vanity things. I want a big house. I want a car. You know, I want this, I want that, I want horses, I want a ranch, you know, your little vanity life, right? And then you have what's called your actual life of what you were born to do in this earth. What was the message you were supposed to bring? What was the invention you were supposed to create? Or whatever that thing be. Those are the things that they steal. They can't have the glory of it, because you can't steal the glory if you are a wicked person or a thief. But what they can do is turn you away from the glory, steal it from you, what you're supposed to have. And then what they can do is steal your vision and manifest it for themselves. And then they can go profit and make money off of it. Or they can sit back and watch you build it, like they do a lot of these men in the earth. Once they build it up to a certain caliber, then they knock them off of their businesses. And then they become the rulers of their business. So now they've swapped things out for you. You're supposed to be enjoying the fruit of your labor, and you went and got pennies for everything you built, and they overtook your stuff and making billions. That happens with screenplays. That happens with everything. You get pennies for your screenplays, and they're making billions on your stuff. So guys, just understand and know, you know, like, it comes in many different forms. You guys be blessed, okay? Bye.